Okay, it's March 28th. I don't think I've caught a fish since like mid-February. The weather went kind of berserk and I didn't have a lot of time to get out. I've been out for a bunch of short trips and been skunked, but not on the river. Today is my first time back on the river in a while, the Lower River. I've had some short trips to the upper river that weren't very productive either. We're going to try to put something together today. I chickened out. I was going to go to the United States today and fish from shore for the first time, but it just seemed kind of complicated and risky. This is a tough time of year. Water's really low. You don't know if any ice is going to be choking out the river because there's a lot of ice left on Erie. So I started a little bit late today. I just wanted to peek over the wall in a few spots and have all the information I needed to figure out where I want it to be. I didn't want to rush here for 6 in the morning to find out the river's choked with ice or if it blew out from the wind. There was a big southwest wind yesterday, but it didn't really seem to change anything. So I got a clear idea. I'm going to go peek over the wall in a few more spots. I typically struggle in the Whirlpool until the ice boom comes out and the water level comes up. But we'll see how it works out. We're going to head that way now and down to the Whirlpool, take a peek, and figure out if we're going to hit the Glen or not. And I guess the goal today is going to be one fish, but hopefully more productive than that. Alright, there's no ice in the pool. The water is doing the same thing it was doing yesterday, which is not very encouraging. I've had a lot of blanks fish in the pool when it's like this, when it's really low, really clear, and the water is going clockwise. So I think I'm gonna go for a hike and try to fish some of the little eddies and stuff around the corner, around the big boulders. Unless I see something better on the way. But I think I'm gonna go for a hike today and try to snag a couple fish out of the beginning of the Glen here. We'll see how it goes and see where I end up. There's not much of a drift where I am, but it's a really defined current break, so I'm gonna see if I can drop a minnow down there a couple times and see if there's any Lakers hanging out. First drift didn't seem too promising, but the water is moving a little bit nicer here, so if I can dial in the depth and stay out of the snags, I might do okay. The current wasn't set up the greatest in the other drift. So I'm gonna try to. The water seems to be set up here kind of nice. It's fluctuating a bit, but it should. I feel like it's gonna hold a laker or two. Maybe a dark steelhead. But I'm gonna switch to the center pin because I broke off with my bait caster and don't really want to re-rig right now. Okay, that fish took the Shine Tennessee shad. I was just kind of twitching it in a little bit tighter to shore, and the bobber shot down. The first 20 seconds of the fight were pretty awesome, and then the fish just kind of gave up. It felt like it had already spawned and re-chromed. It didn't feel like it had any eggs or anything. But now I wasn't expecting steelhead here. I was thinking it kind of looked more Lakerish today, but I think I lost the minnow somewhere along the way. And I'm doing my my little drop shot sort of deal. We're gonna stick with that. See if we can't grab another fish. So that was pretty quick. I missed the release. I didn't. I guess I didn't hit record when I was letting the fish go. The last drift was kind of stalling out a little bit, so I popped over the next boulder, and there's a bit of a back eddy here. So I'm just gonna twitch a minnow through here and See if I can grab a Laker. I've moved down again. This spot looks like it's really snaggy, but it might let the Lakers kind of tuck in and have like a little spot to ambush from. So I'm going to take a couple drifts, tighten the shore here, inside seam along the bank. See if I can catch a fish before I snag up. The next promising drift is doesn't really look like a hike that I'm willing to do right now. There's a bit of ice coming down now, and I think I'm gonna fish my way out. I thought I was gonna spend more time back here, but it wasn't really producing as quickly as I'd hoped, so I'm gonna try to fish my way out, and maybe I can get a decent drift in the pool before it gets choked with ice, because it looks like there's a fair amount coming down now. That could have been me today, but I chickened out. I could have been over there. I wanted to do Devil's Hole, but I didn't cross the border.
kind of crazy when you look at where the water level is and where it could be. All the drifts that I can see from here are pretty much full of anglers, so there's a tiny little pocket here. I'm gonna take a couple drifts through here just in case there's no other options on the way out. The drift's pretty much all filled in, like while I was down in the gorge, and I thought that on my way out, like they were calling for a bit of rain, and I thought I'd be able to kind of fish my way out and hit a few drifts here and there. But I'm kind of stuck in a not very productive drift, and I don't know if anything else is going to happen today. Cameraman made a few mistakes today. Forgot the drinks in the car. He didn't film the release of the last fish, so I'm gonna have to have a talk with that guy later on. I don't see anything else coming out. I talked to a couple anglers as I was hiking out, and hello, it's from Welland, that guy. I met the corner over there. I anticipated the fish would come out of there, and it sounds like a handful of fish came out of there. But I was hoping that kind of area would be open when I worked my way out, but fortunately, my only other hope is if these guys in the corner leave, I might be able to pull one out of that far drift. It looks like they're starting to pack up. I'm just gonna get ready to move. They all got their backpacks on. I might head over and hit one more drift, hopefully before I go. These kids over here are throwing rocks right in the drift. Okay, second fish. Just looks like a regular, like, rainbow trout. It's like, this fish is super cold. I don't think I'll get another fish today. I don't think I'm gonna get another fish today, but I might take a couple more casts, and then when I get bored, then I'm probably gonna take off. But put the mooch, Rapala Crush mooch minnow on there underneath my sickle hook with the drop shot weight sort of deal. I'd pretty much given up, and I hooked this fish while I was sitting down, so I was contemplating leaving, and here we go. Couple more drifts and then I'm gonna head out. It was nice to get that second fish. It was such a grind today.